it's really, it will open up your mind. It will give you information on things that you didn't know yet, like doing a study, like reading a book, like seeing new things in life.
Okay, I would like some audience opinions on that. Yeah.
I want to return back to like a student who's about personality, about a society, a designer. I really feel a lack of something which is a kind of vision in the student, or as a designer. Like we design something and we add something to the society. So do we feel responsible, or do we think that we have a power of changing something in society? So I think it's important to see in a way that not when we talk about engineering, we talk about all about problem. And I don't want to start with a problem, because as a designer, why do I have to look for the problems? Maybe I'm just looking something to add to the society. And do you think that in this time period, do we need to look for problems, or maybe it's already with technology we should look at what really want and what way we should go? And as a
Who
designer,
would you like an answer from?
It's just my opinion generally.
One of the students?
Students, I think I know most of their feelings. Because I'm talking with Patrick. I mean, I'm a computer and electronic engineer. I'm pure coming from engineering background, and I came here to explore myself. Okay. And I still feel engineering, maybe.
Clive, you were saying first that...
Yes, I think this discussion has gotten a little bit off track. Yeah. Because I tried to respond before to the gentleman who said that an engineer ought to bring a strong personality. And that may be. Maybe engineers should be strong people. But that's not the job of an engineering school. No. I don't think the job of an engineering school is to create the whole formed human being who will go out in the world. And that's why I don't think it doesn't matter. I don't think it's our job either to create people who will fit in to society. That's partly the job of the parents of the students. It's partly the job of the peers of the students. It's partly the job of the student to decide where I fit in the world and what I want to do. Engineering school isn't designed any more than law school or medical school to make you a human being. It's designed to teach you some skills that you may get to use in the world. But it's not the end all. If you're going to be defined by what you do in engineering school, whether it's at Delft or Harvey Mudd or Stanford or MIT, what have you, that's a very narrow life. Yeah, yeah. That's not what being an engineer, because that's not what being a person is about.
What do you think about that?
I do agree with that. I don't think you want to go to a university where the university decides what kind of person you will be. But I would appreciate it if personal opinion is more stimulated by the faculty. And in this curriculum, like we said before, you don't get the idea that there's more options than what you get.
And
like
personal opinion about what? About what sort of?
Your vision on the world, and whatever it is at that point. So what I mean is, if you design a product, there's more to it than just satisfying the consumer. You can also have a more like a vision or idea what you want to accomplish with that product. For instance, you want to, I don't know, make the world more safe, or make the world a happier place, instead of I want to create a machine in which children can use to play. You can also have.
But like, that's also problem solving, I think.
I would call it more. I agree with Karin that it's not just problem solving, but also creating new possibilities. The world doesn't exist only of problems.
Okay, Hasso?
There's always new things that you can create.
Yes, I agree with what you said. But creating a better world is you probably need technology, and I'm gonna make myself difficult. No, never mind. I don't know. I thought
maybe from the audience there's contributed. Yeah, me again. I'm just wondering, Patrick has said before that there's not much room for the vision of the students, but have you ever tried? Have you ever really tried to convince your lecturers or your begeleiders, hoe heet dat? Have you ever tried to convince them of your vision of the world and how you want to change it? My opinion is that the students that study here, they don't have an opinion as much as you are now characterizing them. I think they want to do the study. Maybe they create a vision along the way. We have 5 years to do that. Maybe after the 3rd year, students are starting thinking, what do I want out of my profession? What sort of products do I want to make? Do I want to make the world a better place? And I think maybe you haven't tried hard enough to convince your lecturers.
Let me say one thing. We have a prime minister called Jan-Peter Balkenende. He's extremely interested in getting to know more about knowledge economy. He's talking about knowledge economy, kenniseconomie. He's talking about how to make this country more knowledgeable, more economical. He doesn't know shit. He doesn't know anything. He wants to know about you guys, what's in your mind, what's in your fucking mind, what's happening in your minds. Because he's interested in your votes. He's interested in his mind and his mind, not in mine anymore, or in his. He's interested in young people. So if you think that he's not capable of changing the society, he is. Because if Patrick goes to Jan-Peter Balkenende, he's more interesting for a guy like Jan-Peter Balkenende than, for instance, he. Balkenende is not interested in people who talk about changing society, who can change society, technical or software-like. We're talking about a hardware and a software guy. He wants to go on studying in a technical way, he wants to go on in a software way. So, you are very capable of changing this society. Making this world better. Sounds like a Philips slogan.
But what you were saying,
I want to nuance maybe a bit what I'm saying. Patrick is saying there's no, or Hasso also said there's no room within this study for your vision. Yeah. And I just commented that maybe he didn't try hard enough because people here just don't try hard enough, and that's why I want your reaction.
That's a very good question, and I do agree that maybe I didn't try hard enough in my study because I feel I don't have that freedom to go off track, so to say. But I do think that in my spare time I have lots of ideas about products or concepts or whatever. And maybe I haven't really challenged myself to do something with it. But I do see myself after graduating picking up my own ideas and trying to do something with that instead of just applying for a job and go to work every day from 9 to 5.
But why do you feel that way? Did that come just from your 7 years here in this faculty, or does that come from other parts of your...
That comes from out of myself, I think. I want to create. I want to... I feel like I have the capability, as Jan Douwe says, of creating things, and that capability of mine has been strengthened by my 7 years here in Delft. So I have more skills and more knowledge now to channel my creativity, but I do think that creativity comes out
from your parents, your school, your
it's my
family,
genes,
your religion, anything.
But it can be.
There is another question.
All 24 years of my life.
About the vision, I think to trying out, I want to say in the faculty of this engineering is based on research and it's based on scientific. So when you want to try, you first have to build on your facts, like what gives the meaning of designing a good product, what's better. It's really easy to say let's design a better product, but it's really hard to define as a designer what is better. So when you want to think about it, then you ask the questions that are really basic, really the base of the, like you go to philosophy and you go to what is happiness and what makes the people happy or what's satisfaction. Is it a short term, long term, what am I looking for? And when you start to ask these questions to yourself, it's really hard to talk or communicate with your teacher because they are all looking for really high level research topics, which are, it's like a pyramid which I see. And they are looking on the top of the pyramid because they build already. And most of the time it's really hard to communicate with the people because they really don't want to go backwards. As a researcher, you have to go up and up. For them, it can be sometimes confusing to think about what is reality, what is... What,
reality is that if Philips, the company, goes to bed with Douwe Egberts, you get Senseo. That's reality. That's about power. It's about money. It's money driven. It's not about research. It's not about creating something very, very new that is good for our society. It's about money. It's about power. Philips and Douwe Egberts, Senseo, like any company in America or France or whatever. But our school principles, our university principles should be try to get as much out of those people as possible during their study.
But other values than the ones that you were just sketching.
Other values than Philips and Douwe Egberts together, because they were open for only one thing. We want to create something new together. We want to make something work from a Philips point of view and a coffee point of view. We call it Senseo. We're going to sell it. We're going to sell it as much as possible. And while being here in Delft, you should try to get as much out of the people. You have to put a lot of things in it and try to get as much out of it as possible during the study. And that's technical, that's research. It's not money driven. It's technique driven, it's human driven, not money driven.
Okay, Saskia?
I'd like to comment on that because it's much easier for both students as well as tutors to just do it the easy way, the one way we have been taught. It's much easier. And not only the students, as I said, I've known tutors who just don't want to work nights to discuss things with students. No, just do it this way. It's a problem. It's a problem, and that way students get demotivated. It happened to me as a student. And well, as a student, you start thinking, oh, let's just start to finish these studies as quick as possible, and then after that maybe I can do something that I really like. There's a problem there, I think. I don't know how it is in industrial design.
There's not enough inspiration that they...
Tutors want to do it the easy way, as well as well, it's a combination.
Okay, Hasso, is there...
I don't know, here?
Well, I'd like your idea on that. I mean, you as an inspired person coming to this university, do you get enough possibility for that? Or do you feel that you are being demotivated because of the things that you...
I myself am not demotivated. There is a possibility, but I don't have time. That's not a problem. But if you're willing enough to express your feeling about developing products, I think you just should be smart enough to just do so and not listen to your teacher and do the way you think you want to do. And in the end, they will agree with you. I think that's my opinion, but I think many people won't agree with me. So.
Is that true? Many people don't agree with him? Nobody has any... Okay, well then what you say is true.
Yay.
Okay. Because we were before talking also about what makes a true engineer, and I also wanted to pose that question to you. I mean, do you feel there are some characteristics that make a true engineer?
You should be interested in your specialty. I think that's the main thing, and you will get connected with technology or with people or with the thing you're graduating in. The true engineer is he opens his